precious metals, tactical shopping, and family secrets. This is Gluttony and Earth. Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name's Nick, and this is Gluttony and Earth. Yes, indeedy do, da. And well, if you listen to the wind blow and you watch the sun rise, you'll see running in the shadows. It's Kyle.
It's not October yet.
Oh. Every month is a month for Kyle.
It is?
Yeah, it's always Kyle Pride Month. Every month. If you're a Kyle, we salute you here on the podcast. For this month only, every month. And alone at the edge of a universe, humming a tune, for merely dreaming we were snow. It's Adam.
Wow. That's very existential.
Very. I'll link you the song afterwards.
Okay.
And high in the sky, where eagles fly, Baka the Dark enters the throne.
All right, you need to calm yourself.
I
only got to sleep for half an hour today. You can't be doing this.
I can't calm down. I gotta tell you, the reviews are in.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. The review for Maximum Strength Oral Pain Relief Gel by me is in, and it is absolute fucking trash. Let me tell you. I have had a toothache for 3 fucking days, and I'm just guzzling benzocaine, trying to make this shit go away, and it just does not. And it hurts so bad all day, every day.
Just calling out brands.
I am. I don't think it's a brand. That's just what it's called. The brand is Top Care. Here's your negative review, Top Care. God damn, no, it's awful. It's my wisdom tooth. One of my 3 wisdom teeth.
Only
and it grew in. Yeah, well, it grew in. I'm glad the 4th one never grew in, because the other 3 just give me so much fucking trouble. This one's particularly grew in sideways, and it's never been a problem until 3 days ago, and it fucking hurts.
I have 6 wisdom teeth.
I have none. They were all ripped from my face.
I was supposed to have
someone's got
mine
dental
taken
care.
out. I was supposed to have mine taken out in high school, but then my parents said no, it costs too much, and then both my sisters got theirs taken out. And I still have all 6 of mine.
Well, they had time between you and your sisters to raise the money for it.
And they've never caused me any problem. Like I'm pretty sure 2 of the top ones, because I have 4 on the top, 2 on the bottom. 2 of the top ones are fully grown through the gum line and are just teeth now. And they've never bothered me. So here we are. Someday they will.
My top left is a really weak-ass tooth, and it has slowly broken down over time. For a long time, that one actually gave me a lot of pain, but I think the nerves are finally numb to it, so it's just whatever. It's just a shitty, small, broken tooth. The other top one never came in. The bottom left one, I think, just has a cavity, but it's not been a problem. And the other one, like I said, sideways, never been a problem until today, or 3 days ago. I can't tell time. It's so bad. It's like either I can sit at a low throbbing pain for like the rest of the day, or in the worst case scenario is I bite something and I just nick my tooth with my other teeth, and it's just a sudden just explosion of pain, and it's so fucking unbearable.
No good.
They told me that they're growing towards a primary nerve and that I need to get them taken out as soon as possible. It's been, how does math work? 12 years since then, so apparently it wasn't that immediate of a danger.
Well,
but any day now.
Not that prime of a nerve.
Probably means you just won't ever be able to get them out because it's too close to the nerves now.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Or they'll
The nerve of
paralyze your
those
face.
teeth.
Look, that's a fucking great conversation to have when you're like, I think I was like junior year of high school or sophomore year, sitting in the dentist office is like, oh yeah, if we fuck up too badly, like part of your face will just be paralyzed forever. And it's like,
Oh,
That's-
great.
that's
good to know.
That's the thing with wisdom teeth removal. Like, as far as I'm aware, the United States are one of the only countries that like is like a part of growing up is getting your wisdom teeth taken out. Because for the most part, they just leave them alone because it can fuck up your face if they mess it up. So they usually leave them alone unless they're bothering you.
Yeah, because the roots grow so deep. Like it gets, if you wait too long to get them removed, it's that like the roots are too close to that nerve that it's a lot more dangerous to get them removed.
I imagine a lot of other places have better like dental care policy. So like for instance, me, I grew up below poverty line, so my teeth are I'm saving money to replace a few. Hopefully. Get some fake ass teeth in here. Like get 3 very bright teeth. Because I imagine that's probably like if you're because I think my wisdom teeth probably crowded my teeth because some of my teeth seem a little crowded. But like if I could do like dental care growing up, it probably wouldn't have been the issue. They would have taken it would have been early on would have been taken care of.
Oh well, I mean, it's
my teeth would have been fine.
My parents had get your wisdom teeth removal insurance, but not braces insurance. So I have fucked up teeth. I mean, not super fucked up, but like not. Yeah. We didn't have braces insurance.
Yeah. Oh, it hurts. Okay, let's go to the recap. Trade one pain for another. All right, so last time we've had some chunky episodes. I think the last 2 were like an hour and a half each, something like that. Hour 20, I think I got them. I think I got it too. There was a lot that happened, and a lot of happening that was chunky because you fought a big ass snake guardian. And that guardian paralyzed the hell out of Endien throughout that combat. Probably the best person to go against Chaco was immediately doomed to be just a ragdoll in Chaco's snaky grip. So basically where we left off in the last episode is Endien tried to plead to Chaco. It wasn't really working. Thellum and Darius were trying to figure out if they should just head out for fresh air or if they should just wait for Endien. Eventually, Endien tries to leave Chaco, but Chaco, in her confused and poisoned state, decides to assault Endien, leading Endien to eventually get knocked out from constriction. Thellum Thellum felt very frustrated because he couldn't do anything because he did not feel his punching a giant snake would do much of anything to it. He instead tried to turn to the genie in the ring to get some kind of leverage happening. But the genie said he couldn't do it. He needed the egg first to get any deals done. And eventually Thellum was like, fine, I'll do it. Here's the egg. Please save Endien. He goes in. He tries to help out. Gets knocked out also. But through the wondrous genius technology of Darius, his little action figure Pearl guy was able to take Thellum's ring, put it on Endien to save Endien, and then, much like the rest of the combat, just knocked around Chaco. MVP of the combat was Darius shooting lightning. Afterwards, however, they discover Bunyan was sitting outside the cave. It turns out Bunyan had, after seeing Chaco flying around and not hearing anything from you guys, went up to the cave to see what was going on, to see if you guys were in trouble, saw your campsite, was waiting out there to figure out what's going on. Eventually sees you guys, explains that he knew that Chaco had dead children and was clearly very confused and unconsolable about the whole situation. Endien didn't think that was a good enough excuse for not explaining anything. Left I think a bad review through the library's network for not take jobs from this place, from Enoch Village anymore. Eventually he left down to the village, and you guys decided to buckle down, take a little rest, and head back to Thellum's cabin, in which, during the night, Darius has once again another nightmare, this time involving this crackling, popping, foaming nonsense and arms bursting out of chests. That's where we left off for Down Tizzle, as the kids say.
Tizzle.
Every kid says it. It's their first word.
Yep, definitely. Definitely on the tip of everyone's tongue.
Yeah. So right away, since we're in downtime, I just want to go through upkeep of what you guys got from the mission. I know I told everyone off the air so they could figure out some stuff and get prepped for how they want to spend their downtime. But just as a notice, everyone got around 554 XP. They got 10 honor for not demanding pay from the village. And then they each got an additional 2 honor from the mission itself. And then, I believe I need to know. I don't remember. Off air, did we talk about your flaws and your ideals? We did?
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone offhand remember who got their stuff? Who got what?
I got stuff for my ideal.
I got stuff for my ideal.
So that would have been 2 honor each, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then did anyone have a flaw that they dealt with?
I did not, because we didn't really loot anything.
Yeah, you basically had a trade-off of not getting paid, but you got the 10 honor. So less experience, more honor. Yeah, so you guys are going to be in downtime for a little bit. I know we talked about you guys perhaps spending a week of downtime in, not necessarily Enoch Village, but at Thellum's cabin. And then spending more downtime once you guys got back to New Veneer. So with that, I'll say you guys don't need to pay any this week's upkeep costs for your lifestyle. So that's perfectly fine, because you'll be basically sheltered and provided for. Gunu spends most of her time cleaning, cooking, fishing, and practicing magic. So she's got it covered. You'll have plenty of fish stew as you guys spend the week. But yeah, who wants to kind of say first what they would like to spend a little downtime doing?
I can go first because I also have a question related to the downtime as well.
Yes.
So while we're here, 1, I'm definitely spending one of my downtimes to mine some of the lemonite.
That actually, your question procs my question.
You've activated my question card.
No, it's not as a question. It's so that does remind me. Because you knew you were going to come here to get metal ore. Normally, if it was like mid-mission and you guys didn't have a pickaxe, I would have been like, oh, spend an honor to do a flashback and buy a pickaxe. You can just buy a pickaxe. You wouldn't find any in Enoch Village. But if you don't have a pickaxe, you can buy one now. You can just say you had bought one so you can mine stuff.
Part of Darius's starting equipment, because I'm an archaeologist, I have a miner's pick.
Well, shit.
Yeah, so I just have one with me at all time.
Well, shit, I didn't expect that.
That's part of the reason I was okay with it. I'm like, cool, I got the equipment already.
I spent so much time like looking up stuff about what you can use to mine.
Nope, I got that.
And then
shit
also,
on me.
I guess before the mission, I forgot, because of your background also, you would know the value of art. ancient art.
Yes.
And we didn't really talk about it last time. That painting that you rolled up.
Mm-hmm.
Or not, I don't think you rolled it. You carried it, so you didn't ruin it. That painting is actually... I'll say you probably won't get the money until you get back to New Veneer, because you were probably trying to sell. But the painting sells for quite a bit of money, actually. I have a quick question, too, about that is, what kind of person would you want to... Would you sell the painting, or would you, like, or if you don't, what would you have done with it? If you do want to sell it, what kind of, like, seller would you be looking for? Like a collector, a museum, a university?
I think Darius wouldn't hang on to it because he doesn't have any real usage for it. Like, he appreciates and is like, that's very cool. It's not my style, though. So I think he definitely would sell it to someone. Probably more the flavor of university to museum instead of private collector, because he is a bit more of like, this is very interesting and shouldn't just sit in some rich person's house that no one gets to see it.
Yeah.
Not that he's like it belongs in a museum type of a situation, but it definitely has...
with an archaeology background, you're probably still more invested in the idea of like something that's going to uphold this ancient... You understand that you appreciate the value of like these old things rather than necessarily thinking that things belong to the public, right?
Yeah,
So,
like it has historical value and significance. So it's like, oh, other people may get something more out of this than I would, besides just knowing like, this is very cool and it's very expensive.
Okay, yeah, we'll put it in we'll say there's like a university in New Veneer that has like an offset, like a museum offset to it. And they basically, during this time that you're gone, they're just kind of like cleaning it up and verifying it. But when you get back, it will be worth 2,500 gold pieces.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. So it will, like I said, it is a pretty hefty, valuable thing that you found for them.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's all the stuff I said. Oh, and also, and I'll explain this more when you go into mining. But the silver you got from the gargoyle. So the ore that you're going to be mining, basically what we're going to decide, you're going to get ore from it no matter what. But the amount of ore will depend on how good of a check you make. And what that means is there'll be a dice size that'll be relevant to it. And when you roll that dice, if you get a 1, then that's the last use of that asset. So for instance, the silver from the gargoyle is going to be 1d4. So every time you use it, you roll a 1d4. If you get a 1, that's the last use of that silver.
Cool.
That way it's kind of like we don't have to keep track necessarily of material, but it gives it a chance of being used up fully.
Great. I like that system. That's way easier to keep track of.
So back to the excavation. You said you had a question, and that triggered my question.
Yes, mostly related to, because I'm also trying to craft armor out of this ore, essentially. My question is, would I be able to do any of that work towards my armor while we're here, or not? Because my thought process is, if I can... Because we have 2 downtimes. 1 downtime to mine, 1 towards armor. But if I can't do anything towards armor, which is fine, I'll just do both of them towards mining. Okay,
yeah. I guess I was wrong. There is more. So when you
there's more.
Wait, there's more. I like fleshed out a lot more of downtime activities and like to fit this system. And what we decided was the DC for crafting is just going to be a 10, a nice flat 10. And when we first, caused you to have to look for ore in the first place was a check that I had at DC 15. So we're gonna change that to say that was a success in the past, and it was just you securing private space in Grafto's smithy for crafting this. So that's going to be an auto success on your thing that you already had. You're going to then get an auto success when you acquire the lemonite.
Yes.
The rest of it, because I think I said it was like a meter of 6, and that's 2 out of 6. The other 4 probably will have to be worked at the shop in some format.
Okay,
so fine. You'll probably have to come back to that. So you'll depends on. I mean, you guys might spend. I mean, I'll say you can spend the whole week here. You can leave early if you only want to spend one downtime. Either way, that's fine. I did calculate what all of the prices that Trundle will charge you depending on when you leave. And I've put it out up to 4 weeks.
Oh, man.
Just in case. I don't expect you guys to stay in near like EA for 4 weeks, but I did get the money worth because I didn't want to have to like do it over again just in case.
Cool. So I'll just start then with spending one of my downtimes. If we can kind of split it between the two for this first week of downtime, I'll just spend my first one mining the lemonite then. Okay.
So you're going to go up there and normally what I would have done for crafting or for harvesting or mining is it would have been you need proficiency with a tool or whatever, but it's just I think you just need the axe pick. The pickaxe. I'm bad. My mouth hurts. And then it would have been an athletics strength check to decide it. But because of the poisonous nature of lemonite, it's going to be athletics constitution. I'm going to have you do. And the higher the roll you get for this will determine how much of this product you'll be able to pull out. So if you want to go ahead with that.
Okay. Don't fuck me right away, dice. Cool. So I probably don't get any because I just rolled a natural one.
Let me say. I am looking back at what I wrote. For every downtime activity you spend on this, you can add an additional +1 to the check. Allies can commit downtime activities to add to the check as well. But just let me know what you roll.
I got a natural 1, so I'm assuming I don't get anything.
No. What's? Just give me the total.
So that'd be a total of 5. Since I spent a downtime, I have a +3 in my Constitution.
Okay.
And I'm not proficient in athletics, so.
Okay.
Yeah, looking at unless the only other thing, if you would allow it, because I do have my multi-tool, I can cast guidance on myself once per day. Or like as part of this process to get an extra D4 on that, so I can get something.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't mind.
Ooh, that's a 4. So that's 9.
Okay, you only get one use of this asset.
Fine.
Not even a roll, just one use, and you already know what it's going to be. We talked about this before, and we'll probably remind once you make it. But you'll end up, because of the lemonite's special properties. When you make it into armor, we're going to give it some special properties as well. I haven't decided yet. You can give me input if you want on if someone attacks your armor, and I was thinking either a nat 1 or a nat 20, and then you have to roll on the unraveling magic table. I don't know which of the result yet, but that's just like my concept of it, just because that's the table I was using for the lemonite in the first place.
Yeah. I had an idea. I don't remember. I had it written down in a different notebook.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. We can figure that off. Off mic.
Yeah. Okay. Who next?
I had 3 things I wanted to do. I don't know if they all take up an full activity or not.
Okay. Give me one, and I will let you know.
So Well, Darius isn't collecting things from the snake anymore, so that kind of kills
he
more of my
can still
things.
spend downtime doing that too.
We can still do that. I was just starting with the ore.
Yeah.
Okay. Because once he did that, I was going to use. I was going to create venom for my arrows from the snake.
Yeah. So then we'll have to wait until it gets harvested before that. Do you have a second thing?
It depends on because I also have calling my parents / finding someone to retrain my feet.
Right. That's right. Everyone's got to do their responsibilities. So it's going to be hard for people to do while they're out here. I think Endien has thankfully put herself in a situation where she can just call home to get soothing. But everyone else, I guess you'd have to spend an honor if you want to maintain a relationship, or you can let it drop a score.
I'll probably just end up spending an honor. I'm trying to look to see.
Oh, and since last time, I decided, just for listener review, they're confused about something that I say. Normally they would get benefits. They get benefits for when they do their maintenance on a relationship. I'm letting them after every mission, if they want to switch what benefits they have, they can do that. So Adam's going to spend a thing on it. Is Thellum going to spend an honor, or is he going to let the farm relationship lapse?
Fuck the farm. I'll ignore it for a bit.
Okay. Also, I think you guys told me privately that you were going to spend some of your honor. I think some of you got renown score from it, and a few of you leveled up because you got some experience from it. I think it was like 1 honor is 100 experience, I think is what I said.
Yep.
So they were able to boost themselves up to 5th level, some of the peeps. But for your phone call, the phone call for your family, that itself is not going to spend downtime. Yeah. I'll let you know. Looking for a trainer. So finding a trainer is going to take downtime. So what that might mean, I think some possible options are you could spend downtime like if for instance, if your father, King Anar, sends out someone to you, you might spend downtime activity calling ahead to arrange lodging and food for that person or their time in New Veneer. Otherwise, you could always in New Veneer look for some guy, things like that. I think if you looked for some guy in New Veneer, it might cost like 1 silver piece per downtime for him training, like taking the time out to train you. If your father sends someone out, I think it's just gonna double your expenditures, your lifestyle every week. Just kind of fit that in easily.
Yeah, she'd probably call to try and get her old archery teacher to come.
Okay. Endien.
Yes, hello, Father.
How are you doing?
Well, and how are you and Mother?
Well.
Just both lying to each other.
They get it from each other. I just
keep up appearances.
I'm concerned. You never know what kind of incidents might happen out there, and it's is Noor doing well?
I'm trying to think if she has told him that he's dead.
I don't remember if you've said or not. I've been under the impression that you just haven't said much, but I just don't remember if you had
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know if she's had like as much contact with him until now, where she has her own thing. Nier is no longer with us.
No, I'm sorry to hear that. I know he was very close with you.
Yes, it was a hard time for me, but he gave his life valiantly.
Yes. Have you made have you gotten any closer on your quest?
I've encountered something interesting that may have ties with what's going on in the season, the Court of the Four Seasons forest, but I'm not sure yet. Came across some diamonds that made a poisonous gas that caused the beasts in the area to go crazy.
Well, I sure hope that's not it.
You might want to send some people out just to check to make sure there isn't any caves with what's something called lemicite in it.
Interesting. I'll definitely have to check it out then. Thank you for giving word back.
Yes. I was wondering if it was possible if you could send out my old archery teacher to New Veneer. I think I need to dust up on some of my skills.
Normally I would without hesitation, obviously, but Gilladar is dead.
I'm sorry to hear that. When did this happen?
About 2 weeks ago, there was some incident on the borders, and he fought valiantly, but it did come at a cost. Things are getting dangerous out there, and perhaps if you can set up some board and lodging, I think I can send someone out to New Veneer in about a week's time.
Yes, I could.
It's someone I trust very closely, so I feel as though it might be best. Don't worry, he is one of the most proficient with aim that I've ever met.
But I know him.
You may have, in a way.
Why do you speak in such vague terms, Father?
It's strange, I'm aware. When the Court of the Four Seasons first came to Fracterra, we made accords with a elvish kingdom and joined land with them, part of which is we own this area, as a border between Fracterra and Prism. However, we give important roles to those in the royal family of those elves. And much like you, fourthborn, you are not set to take a throne.
Thirdborn.
Thirdborn. Time passes so strange.
I'm 75 already, I understand.
Time flies. Their royal descendants, the thirdborn of theirs, may not necessarily work as a king, but provides aid in other important fashions. And one of such, his name is Ildatha, of the Kutara lineage. He works very closely as a personal aide to me. And you may not recognize him as Ildatha.
What would I recognize him as?
Well, I guess you would not recognize him as an elf. He does not spend a lot of his time as an elf.
How so?
I think it's important for Ildatha to explain it to you when he arrives.
Very well, Father. I will have accommodations ready for him.
All right.
Swear to God,
And
if it's who I think is a more humor in the face.
And you're sure you're doing all right out there?
Yes, of course. And everything is well at home.
Yes, of course.
Can I?
Yes, you can.
Oh, great.
The key to role playing King Anar is anything Endien says to me, I can just repeat back. Shoot me. Yeah, you can tell he's King Anar is an Eladrin of the winter season, which primarily you might associate with being ice cold, frigid, cool, and collected. However, King Ignar does not resemble the icy frigidness of winter. He resembles that magical glimmer that you might see with the clear sky, stars shining in those warm, hearthy moments in the middle of night on a calm winter season. And he, because of such, is not very good at lying. But yes, you can tell he's not telling you things.
Well, you can always call me if you need anything. If you need me to return for any reason.
Of course. Okay. I'm sorry, your mother's calling me. I have other duties to attend to.
Send her my regards.
Of course. And then that conversation, and then you'll basically spend a downtime arranging accommodations for this Ildatha guy.
This bastard.
And then what about Thellum? How is Thellum spending some of his downtime?
So
I was gonna say, I know you didn't have like a lot of the same lofty goals as these two did, but what do you got for me?
not so much downtime, but so much I've noticed some things on my character sheet. I have dark vision.
Oh my god.
Kyle.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Kyle, are you for real right now? You better say, just kidding.
This motherfucker.
My boy, you better say, just kidding.
So, it's from the Monsters of the multiverse book.
Oh, yeah. So it probably when you...
Yeah, I didn't realize it gave me that.
Yeah.
Also,
Well,
what language does the genie speak?
that I also noticed. It is. He was speaking Primordial. I thought you had Primordial before, because I remember
I
looking
looked
at
at the
stuff.
languages. I was like, I'm pretty sure I had it before.
Yeah.
I think I just didn't input it back in.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was wondering that. If nothing else, I'll just say you understand this guy when he talks to you because of his connection with the ring. I was pretty sure you had it too, because I specifically double checked to who could understand him when he was going to speak to you guys in the temple.
Yeah.
The
Legacy Genasi automatically got Primordial, but now with all the races, you get to choose what languages they know.
Oh.
So you don't by default know anything besides Common, I think, for all the new races.
Okay, so then you might not have...
Yeah, I didn't
input
it.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Also, what I want to do for my downtime is get this fucking poison off of me.
Oh, yeah. How long are you poisoned for?
Sure enough, Earth Genasi get dark vision in Monsters and Multiverse.
Yeah, I looked that up.
I was gonna with my new level up, I was gonna clear up his foot rot.
That's right. Well, there's the foot rot disease, and then there's also poison from the lemonade.
Choco's poison.
How long is the poison last for?
For Thellum, you told me 3 days.
3 days. Okay, you'll be poisoned. We'll say it only matters for this one downtime activity for your rolls. For the rest of it, you'll recover.
And I'll also take away my exhaustion, right?
Well,
since we're on downtime.
No, your exhaustion comes from the foot shit.
Oh, okay.
But I think Endien has the ability to cure it.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take it away then.
Yeah. So one day she'll just corner you in the cabin. Sit down. Give me your foot. And I'll use, I think, lesser restoration on it.
Yeah, lesser restoration.
Nasty toes.
Your feet start to clear up algae that was growing on it, rescinds. And yeah, you can get rid of your exhaustion.
Okay. And Thellum doesn't really have much to do.
Much to do about nothing.
From wanting to buy a certain something.
Okay.
But that'll be like after.
I will say also, so normally if you're buying like magic items, I usually, depending on which store, you can get it either the week this downtime week or the next one, and they'll be different prices. But since you guys are away in Enoch Village, you probably won't get any magic items. However, if Endien wants to do part of her calls, just put in orders. You can get next week when you get to New Veneer, you can get these items at a reasonable price.
Yeah, that was my other thing I wanted to do.
But let's we'll cover whatever Thellum's first downtime activity is, and then we'll put in the purchase orders.
If you don't have anything as a suggestion, how's Thellum's survival? I ask because in the sheet that Bumble has shared with us, to harvest from a monster, we have to do a survival check to get things from it. And while Darius is good at many things, I have a +0 to survival. So it'd just be a flat check for me. But I am more than willing to give my extra downtime to Thellum to give a bonus to that check or something like that. If you have any sort of bonus to survival.
My bonus is +5.
That's better than Darius.
Yeah. It's just a DC 15 survival check if you want to skin this.
Yeah,
you want to harvest chocolate.
I'll help you.
I'd be helping you.
Oh, okay.
Because as part of that as well, in addition to spending a downtime, can I give him the guidance as well that I'd been giving myself?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Okay.
So you can add a D4 to that check as well.
A D4 is this one. A dirty 20.
Oh, well, there you go. You passed it. So Chaco, the onyx-crowned boa, was a huge creature. So you will get to use that asset with an exhaustion of a 1d8. So every time you use Chaco to do stuff, you just roll the d8. If you get a 1, that's the last use of Chaco.
Oh, cool.
Perfect.
Cool. So that's downtime. Okay, yeah. If you want to just go with some shopping requests, I've given myself a lot. I've done a lot of the front work now. Finally, for just having prices that I can give you guys for shit.
So one thing I'd be calling for is a parapet of wound closure.
Yep. That would cost you 350 gold.
All right. Easy enough.
And so all of your orders are going to be going through the shop known as the Color of Magic. That's usually the more mundane everyday thing, but you can put in orders. The owner is an elf named Sarn. He's pretty low key, very chill guy. Yeah, so parapet wound closure is 350.
Okay. I got money to spend.
I would be looking for bracers of defense.
Bracers of defense, as a rare item, they would cost you 1,100 gold.
1,100.
Yes.
You got that kind of dill on you?
I could with my honor.
Oh.
Do you have honor left after experience from leveling up?
I had 23 overall. Used 13 to level up, so I had 10 left.
Okay, I wasn't sure how much you had. I was just checking because Darius does have gems and stuff that we can use for currency as well that we picked up last mission. So I was going to offer some, but if you just want to use honor, that's
Plus,
fine.
Thellum hasn't been using money at all. He has 962.
Oh, I knew Thellum was loaded to start with. That's why I was just going to offer gems.
Okay, wait. How much money do I get for spending honor?
I believe it's two honor for 200 gold.
2 honor
Yeah,
for 200.
it's 100 gold per honor, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I think I'd put it at 2 for 2, so way people are like having to bulk pay for things just as like a more like if you're gonna
so I only
buy
need to spend 2 honor.
Yeah.
Okay. I will spend 2 honor for
Cool.
200 gold.
Cool, and then put in for the bracer of defense. And then, again, all these stuff you'll get when you guys get back to New Veneer. Was there other stuff you guys wanted?
Yes, because, and it's going to be easier because Darius now knows he has quite the payday waiting for him when he gets back.
Yeah.
So, +1 shield.
Okay. What is the rarity of that one?
All of these are going to be uncommon.
All uncommon are 350.
Perfect. So Darius is putting in an order for a +1 shield, gauntlets of ogre power, and the parapet of health, which mostly based off of his dreams and such, and the stinky foot that Thellum got makes him immune to diseases.
Oh, stinky foot Thellum.
Maybe I should buy some boots too. Hold on.
I thought we were gonna make boots out of the snakeskin.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of our downtimes.
And I know you guys had written in your notes that you put in Discord healing potions. You can get those for 25 gold if you're doing regular potions, 175 for greater potions. You put a question mark next to Wand of Web, but I did write that as 350 also because that's an uncommon. I don't know exactly what
yeah.
And then I had antidotes on mine too.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if we would pre-order those or not.
I'll say you will pre-order them. I think they're usually I think they're like 50 gold. It's either 50 or 100 for antitoxin. I think they write it as an antitoxin here. However, I didn't want to mention that yet because potentially, if you're crafting things using Chaco, you could also potentially just make antitoxin, or if you get Gunu's help, you can find herbs to craft antitoxin. Yeah, they're 50 gold. So it just depends on how you guys, if you guys wanted to like go the cheaper route with antitoxins, or if you guys are just wanting to just spend 50 gold for an antitoxin.
How much did you say potions were going to be?
25 for normal, 175 for greater.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Are you guys spending most of your time just in the forest area, right? Because two of you are harvesting and mining, and you're walking the lake on phone calls all day.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool,
I'm
cool.
a very important businesswoman.
Cool. If you're spending all of your time basically at the cabin, Endien, you'll notice a lot. Gunu, like I said, is spending her time cleaning, cooking, fishing, and practicing magic. That's like her downtime activities right now that she is spending. After like half the week goes by, Gunu's cleaned it up pretty well. You notice that the bookshelf is organized now. So you guys effectively have a library, which I think if you do researching checks here, you'll get a +1 to your rolls because of the library. And specifically, Endien's passive perception, because you are spending your time here while this is going on, with all the claw marks, and you didn't notice it the first time around when you were looking and examining, because everything was a mess. And you didn't really know what you were looking at. Now that everything's kind of cleaned up, you notice like the gash in the floor leaves part of the floor. Like there's like it's like a board is kind of lifted up some. And the more you examine it, you notice that it's not it's not because there's just like a loose board. It looks like there's a hidden trapdoor that might have been like covered by a rug before, or something like that.
I would go into that. I do it when Thellum's away, so I would see.
Yeah, I imagine this is going on while they're harvesting and stuff. Yeah. So, you open it up, and Gunu's there with you. What is this?
Not sure. We gotta make sure it's safe.
It looks dark there. Gunu can't see.
You don't have dark vision? We found out Thellum does.
Oh. Did he not think he did?
I think he just closed his eyes every time it was dark because he's afraid.
Oh, that makes sense. There's a lot of scary things in the dark. Hold on, let me look up grungs. Because that's what Gunu's based off of. They might have gotten an upgrade too.
Everyone's getting a glow up in Mordekainen's.
No, I can't see.
I can see 90 feet, so.
Okay. Well, Gunu will like go and get like a candle, and she'll like use her tongue to hold it. I think I can move it. And you'll see like
your hand.
There is like there's a ladder, and you notice there's a floor to the bottom of this, right? So it's about 20 feet down. This ladder goes.
I'll go down there.
Okay, yeah, you get down the 20 feet, and then you notice it's a small 10 by 10 basement. It's like woodened. There's like basically like some wood, some stone, like lining to make walls and structure this thing so it's secure. And you notice all that's down here is a like a wooden trunk.
Appear to be locked.
No.
I look at Gunu suspiciously.
What do you think of it?
Put that
And
in
she
your
grabs the
hand.
candle from her. She grabs the candle from her tongue. Sorry. What do you think this is?
I'm not sure.
Is this Thellum's room?
It'd be strange if it was.
Oh, my parents would put me in a small room sometimes.
That's okay. That makes sense. To protect you from the monsters and all.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about looking into this myself. I think we should leave it for Thellum.
Oh, okay. It is. I mean, if it's his room, then it's probably his stuff. So he would. That makes sense.
We'll find out, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got another call to make.
Oh, she's already got the candle back there. Check. Okay. She comes. Yeah. You guys found this secret passage.
Yeah, I'll tell Thellum about it whenever he comes back.
Yeah. So let's kind of move over then. Let's see what do we want to do for second downtime.
Second breakfast.
Second breakfast. I'll have hash browns.
Darius' second downtime is already used up, helping with harvesting.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'm harvesting.
Well, you used one downtime already, so it's.
Oh, okay.
You already did the one for the harvesting. So you have another downtime you can do.
Endien's gonna make the venom for her arrows, the toxins for her arrows.
Yeah. Does Endien have? Let me just keep repeating that while I look at this document. Okay, so do you have proficiency in a poisoner's kit?
I can.
Okay,
because of the Eladrin stuff.
Yeah, cool. So once you get that, do you have a poisoner's kit?
I believe Darius is supposed to make one.
I can make her one night, because I don't think Darius is sleeping basically this whole week because of his nightmares. So as part of an artificer, I can spend an hour and make artisan tools. So I'll have a poisoner's kit ready for Endien one morning.
Cool. While he's making that, I'm meditating and communing with the elven hive mind.
Yeah.
To get proficiency.
Yeah, bloodshot. I'm just imagining Darius' bloodshot eyes, just stubble growing. He's just like barely keeping it together. Okay, cool. So you get all this stuff. Just give me. I don't think I even need a check for this. Maybe just give me a. Just give me a poisoner's intelligence. So basically,
with proficiency.
Yeah, intelligence with proficiency.
Well, hell. That's a. What's my first? A 7.
That's a 7. Because you're proficient in poison, you don't poison yourself.
Yay!
But it doesn't work. Also, roll me a d8.
Oh boy. I don't like the also roll. 3?
3? Okay. You still have some chocolate left. So normally I was gonna say, because you're crafting poison that's not magical, it doesn't need a lot of stuff to do. In my downtime rolls, you can, in a single downtime, you can craft as much as worth 250 gold worth of stuff. So I was gonna say you had the ability to create 2 doses, but you failed the first roll. It's just DC 10, so give me another one.
Endien's a big dumb idiot, so I don't get a modifier to this other than my proficiency.
Sorry, give me wisdom instead, I'll say.
Ooh.
Because that's like a lot of like survival checks are based off too. And
I passed, thank God, but 14.
Okay, so yeah, you just get 1 dose of this. We'll call it Onyx Crowned Poison. Basically, that'll work exactly like Chaco's venom. So you'll be able to apply it either to 1 like blade or up to 3 ammunition.
Okay.
And so that essentially is going to be on a DC 20. It's a DC 20 con save for whoever hits, and it's based off injury. So it basically has to be something that hits a person and like deals damage to them. It doesn't affect on like constructs or undead. But as long as you injure them, they'll have to do a DC 20 con save or become paralyzed, with that check reducing every turn afterwards. And it basically stays on the object until it's used or washed. So you can pre-prep your arrows with it as long as you don't wash them in the meantime or accidentally stab yourself.
Yeah, I don't have a quiver of holding, but I'll like get 3 ready and set and like wrap them so they're separate from the others.
Because you almost don't need them until you're on missions, so they can easily be. And then also, I'll say, if Gunu's assisting you in finding plants, you can also use an herbalism kit to make up to 2 antitoxins. So I'm assuming Darius can give you an herbalism kit also, so it's not. I'm not too.
And that's my other proficiency I chose. So
yeah, there you go.
So I can just make 2 of them off the rip without.
Just give me DC 10s.
Damn it, wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 21.
21. Okay. Yeah. So you get two antitoxins.
Ooh.
Give me another D8 roll for the second use of Chaco.
8.
You're good then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe I have checked off all the stuff I had written down for Endien. I think I've checked all my stuff for Darius. Thellum. I mean, at some point, I guess during this, Endien would tell you about the secret basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I check it out.
Thellum, we came across a hidden door in the floor.
We think it might be your bedroom.
She thinks it might be your bedroom. Are you aware of this?
I was so tempted to say it is my bed. No, I'm not.
Oh.
Well, we left it for you in case you wanted to check it out. There's a chest down there.
A chat? Oh, I'm going.
It's dark, so don't be afraid of the dark.
Yeah, keep your eyes open this time.
Wait, that's what you do?
Yes, it's if you keep your eyes open, you can see.
Oh, makes sense. I go down.
Yeah, so it's this small 10x10 room with a wooden trunk.
Do I see? Is it just a plain box? Just a wooden box?
Yeah.
Okay,
There might be like metal strips lining it, whatever, but it is a wooden trunk.
I open it.
Okay, inside, you notice a few things. Primarily, on top, you see you lift it up. It seems to be a ceremonial garment of some sort, like a robe or something. It's a nice, clean, pristine white with gold accents. You see what seems to be like 4 unused talismans, like papers with writing on them, 4 candles, and a book with names in it. Like you flip through, you're not sure exactly, just on a glance you just see it's like a book, it's got names in it. If you look through it more notably, you see that it ends at some point, the names, and like the rest of it's blank, and at the very bottom list of names you see Eileen Ramir, and above Eileen this is crossed out, but it says Willow Ramir, and above that is Genevieve Ramir, And then some of the last names change as time goes on, but it seems like maybe it could be like a lineage thing. You're not entirely sure, just off the first glance of this. You also notice a scroll in here, and also a translucent orb.
What the fuck is going on? Hold on, wait. Let me catch up on my notes. You said there was a globe also, right?
Yep. Just yeah. See through. It might be glass. It might be crystal. You're not really sure, but they just see through, and it's just nice. Like you can palm it in one hand. Or like an orb that's you can use in one hand.
I touch the globe, pick it up, look at it, inspect it. Anything happen? Anything I see?
Are you like trying to get something to happen with it, or are you just looking at it?
I'm looking at it.
Okay. Just looking at it, you're not finding anything strange. Oh, other than everything being here.
The general circumstances.
I'm gonna assume some of it was sacrificed. Cause like candles, papers, a weird dress, or robe, I mean. I will grab the box and its contents, put the glow back in, carry it up to the group.
Okay.
What did you find?
Any of you smart people, smart fellas know what this could possibly mean? And I show them everything inside it.
Well, I can do. Give me a little bit, or I mean, I guess we're in downtime. It doesn't matter. I'll cast detect magic.
Yeah. The two things that come off as magical. The first one is the scroll, and the second one. Normally, when you're detecting magic, you might kind of sense what kind of magic it is. This orb isn't really giving you... It's strange. You can tell it's got magical energy, but it's hard to read like what kind of magic it might be.
Scrolls, magic, probably a spell scroll of some sort. I can take a look at it if you haven't already. The orb is magic too, but I don't know. It's got a bunny reading on it. I probably have to spend more time with it. I don't know. It's definitely magic though. But off the cuff, I don't know exactly what it could be.
Hold on, let me try something. I grab the orb, the globe.
Yeah.
And I go into the ring.
You go into the ring? Oh, okay.
I go into the ring.
You go into the ring. The ring plops down. Bing, 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 bing. Where did he go? Where did Thellum go? Did the ring eat him?
Yes.
Oh no!
He normally comes out just fine.
Oh, okay.
Normal.
You never know what could happen this time.
So you poof in, and you are in front of the genie.
Do you know what this is? As I hold it up.
I cannot say that I do. In all appearances, looks like a glass orb, but the magic it has confounds me. Where did you get this?
A box
I would expect nothing less.
It had other things in it. Few
As
cans.
do most boxes.
There was some dust. There was also a roll. There was some funny looking papers.
Perhaps it has something to do with a ritual of sorts?
What about it being with a book full of names?
Possibly. In my experience, it could be a list of former inheritors of whatever ritual it may have been.
Thellum will sit down, crisscross applesauce. He will try something. He will try to make the orb do something, basically.
As you put your effort into it, the genie is like looking at you curiously, and you know his eyebrow raises as he notices you pushing energy into this orb, and pop, the orb extends into a 10 by 10 or like a 10-foot diameter force field. You still have the orb in your hand, but now it's like this force field that's in it. And you feel like holding this orb, you could almost make it go places. So you nudge it a bit, and you move it hovers, and it moves left, and it moves right, moves forward, moves up. You feel like you have like some control over this bubble. Very fascinating.
I have a bubble mount?
You know, I should have guessed better, but I honestly never thought you would have achieved much with magic.
I mean,
Thellum, I feel as though we have been getting off on the wrong foot. Normally, I'm a very, very patient man, and I apologize for snapping at you. You see, it's very irritating for one such as me, to deal with people with fish for brains. And you were pushing those buttons. But I must say, Thellum, maybe we can work together or harmoniously. Not in here, but when you find yourself out there wearing the ring, possibly you could try and amplify your own internal energy with my magics. And maybe you can perhaps find ways to propel your magic in different ways.
my magic? I have magic?
All of those descendant of genie kind have magic inherent to them, Thellum.
Well,
You included.
well, the first time that we went out on a mission with my friend, I couldn't talk to a leaf. Like they could. Well, they were talking to a rat, but it was different.
Our magics are a little different, young Thellum. Yours and mine draw from the very energies that allow existence to thrive, the elements that we see around us that create everything. Those are the magics we draw upon.
Is that what the electricity's been? Whenever I punt?
That might as well be. That could be our magics combining. Already.
I always thought I was just imagining it. Like I was in some movie.
Well, Thellum, this is no movie. And you do seem to have these powers. And don't worry, the egg is doing just fine. I am holding it, and nothing more. And he pulls it out, like it's there.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, can I see it? Oh, wait. Does he pull it out of, like, nothing? Like his body or something?
Yeah, like it swirls out of, like, air and, like, floats into existence next to him.
I'll look at the egg for a little bit. I hope you know. I hope you have good intention. I really do.
Young Thellum, there are those out there with intentions far worse than I could ever have. And any intentions I have, well, you will be long dead before those even happen.
Well, with that, it was nice chatting with you.
Of course.
I pop out.
He's like mid-sentence and you poof out.
Nah, after he talked about my death, I was like, yeah, no, that's ominous.
Fish for brains.
Yeah. Poof out. You're still in the orb bubble.
Wait, how big was it? You said 10?
10-foot diameter.
The
hey,
fuck
guys.
is that?
Did you too?
10-foot bubble.
And he's like inside of it?
Yeah. Like he's not touching the bottom. He's just like, he's hovering in the middle of it.
What did you do?
I concentrated real hard.
On what?
On the orb.
Oh, okay. I mean, okay. Okay.
And you get out of it?
I never thought about how I could get out of here. But it's pretty cool.
I will say you can kind of feel like the way you like inherent like intuitioned the ability to move it. You feel like you can intuitively withdraw your magic from it and make the force field go away.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, yeah.
But like, I'll just plop down to the ground.
Yeah. Roll me a d8.
Yeah. 7.
Okay. On a 1, it's gonna break.
That's very impressive, Thellum.
Did you guys figure out what that scroll was?
Didn't think to look.
Yeah, I didn't want to go digging through your belongings when you weren't here.
He picks up the book with the names in it.
Okay.
This would be the only thing that I guess would be mine, but the rest is I've never seen it before.
All right.
This book also. This will be mine.
All right, then. Darius will take a look at the scroll, see if I recognize anything on it.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
I'm pretty good at those. Not when I roll a 2 for a total of 8.
Total of 8. Normally you're pretty good. Actually, it'd be a 9, so it doesn't really matter. Because of the library. But it looks like gibberish to you. Normally you feel like if you were checking out a magic scroll, you could get it. You don't think it has to do with like the spells you would be proficient in knowing. It seems like maybe it's more general. It's just more ancient, and you just don't know what it is.
I don't know. I'll like after looking at it, I'll hold it, like roll it back up and hand it back. I don't know. I could probably. I don't understand what language it's written in. It'd probably take some time to figure that out. I am seeing I don't have that spell available to me whatsoever as an artificer, which is very annoying. But you could probably get when we get back to New Veneer, some sort of translation from it. Don't have the stuff we need here, though.
Yeah. I mean, I look at Gunu. Would you know?
I don't know.
You can read. I unroll the scroll in front of Gunu.
If Gunu can read this and Darius can't, we're killing the kid. Kid's dead. Absolutely dead. Right here, right now. On site. None of this bullshit.
I don't believe I have her proficient in Arcana. So let's figure out what happens. It resembles a lot of the books that I've been reading, actually. You can see like some of these symbols come like in the different books, and she like pulls out like a book or two and like points to these symbols. This one, Darius looks scary. I don't know what some of these words are. But maybe they might be. It looks like it's like a big ritual or something. It says like I can get pieces of it. It's something like condemning the demons below. Something called Nimrud. I don't know if that's like a place or a person. But it seems like it's trying to call upon on Earth from another world to come destroy the Nimrud.
Could you repeat that name and not Gunu's voice?
Nimrud?
Nimrud.
Nimrud.
Okay. That's what I thought as well. I'm like, Bumble didn't name this.
No. It's Nimrud. Nimrud.
Nimrud. Fuck. Does that name sound familiar, or any of the things she's describing? Especially related to some of the snake cult things I looked up before?
I'll, off the top of your hand, give me a history check.
That is a 19.
A 19? Are you able to save face? Or is that just saving throws?
I believe that's on anything. I could also do guidance, but also if we have the +1 from the library, that'd bring it up to a 20.
Oh, okay. That if you weren't including.
That was just my check.
You're looking at the book she's showing you with the symbols. Nimrud seems to be an ancient capital of the people that worshipped Mehen and Lamashtu. And some things are clicking for you. Lake Ye seems to be named after the king of Nimrud. So possibly because it's been in this region, that nation used to be in this area. And with that, I think that's the end of the episode.
Oh.
Okay, wait, that was a lot of info. I need.
Well,
I
you
need to
can ask
recap
me
right now.
You can ask me about this stuff on Twitter at Bumblescum, or you can ask the Interdimensional Library at IDL_RPGS. That is the Twitter for the official podcast. If you want to talk about Falling Earth, you can contact Adam on the Twitter at Little Growth. If you would like to make cheap poison for your dirty deeds, you can always call on BakaZombie at ZombieBaka on the Twitter. I cracked my knuckles while I was talking and I can't edit that out. I'm very sorry. But you know who has nothing to apologize for? Kyle. He's gone.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. All right. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.